heavy. Discussions hit the floor, we're steady. Truths unfold like cards on a table. Raw and real, always unstable. Tuesday talk, we're vibing right. Topics blaze like city lights. Truth and laughs, we keep it live. Tuesday's the night we all thrive.
Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sound of my voice. North, south, east, west, and all points in between. You've tuned in to the June 17th, 2025 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I am your host, van driver, teacher, facilitator, administrator, and most importantly, head chef, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have you with us. Glad you could join us. Glad you decided to tune in with us on this Tuesday evening. You could have been doing something else, but you chose to be here with us. And we don't take that lightly, though. So thank you so much for your support and your presence. And we hope and pray that you had a good day today. And if not, well, you made it through this day. And we'll pray that tomorrow be a better day. Okay? Thank y'all so much for being here. We're not going to waste time. So we got a lot of stuff to cover. We got a lot of ground to cover, though. So let's get with this. Let's get started. First up, from Georgia, from Atlanta, D. Giles. Good evening to you. Glad to have you here with us. T. Carter Roll from the Sunshine State. Glad to have you here with us, sister. Marcus Wilbanks from the Birmingham metropolitan area. Good to have you here. Let me see who else. Shonda Michelle. Good to have you here, ma'am. Glad to have you here. Cleo. Great to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here. Pastor Duffy Collins. A pleasure to have you here. Valerie Zachary Cavett. Good evening to you, ma'am. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Theodora. Great to have you here as always. DJ. Okay, little intro. Oh, well, thank you. I do my best. Oh, here we go. Ooh, fancy intro. Well, I do my best. Alice Dews. Well, hello there, Sis Dews. Glad to have you here. Is this your first time? Let us know. And if it's your first time, hope it won't be your last, though. Sonia from Queens. Good evening to you, my friend. Great to have you. Angel Kelly from the Rocket City. Good evening, pretty lady. Good evening. Irene Preacher's Kids Warren. Hello to you. Josette from the capital city of the Golden State. Glad to have you here. Amen. Christian from Maryland. Great to have you here. So good to have you here, beautiful lady. Beautiful Erica Stanley from MO. Great to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Barbara Callis, great to have you here. Good evening, ma'am. Glad to have you here. Chandra from Alabama. Mid-South Alabama, South Central Alabama. Well, glad to have you here. You're Alabama just like me. From the Bay Area. Okay, that's good. From the Bay Area. Okay. That could be Oakland, San Jose, San Fran. But you're from the Bay Area. That's good enough right there. From South Kakalaki. The Gospel Source. Good evening to you, Sister Angela. Valerie Jones. Good evening, ma'am. I hope you're feeling well. Sharia Lassiter. Good evening, ma'am. Great to have you here. Angela Wooten. It's good to see you again. Good evening to you. And she's from the DMV. L from the Windy City. Great to have you. Me and you got to talk about roots. We just got to talk. Valerie. Good to have you here, Valerie. Hello, hello, hello. What y'all doing? Well, I need to know about this. Who else? Is that it? Okay, okay, okay. That's good right there. Glad to have all y'all here with us. Glad y'all can join us, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna get. Let me see. Do we get any more people coming in? Blood Lawrence, great to have you here. Great to have you here, sir. Okay, okay. Now we're gonna get started though. Um, and this is gonna be like an icebreaker. Oh wait, we got some more. Sean the Divine Diva. She's not the diva. She's the Divine Diva. Good evening to you, kind lady. Great to have you here, ma'am. Okay. I like when y'all come in like that. Well, we got something to share with y'all though. And right here. I hope it comes up though. Oh boy, there you go. There you go. Stream y'all acting up on my end though. Okay. This young man took someone out, took a young lady out. Now you can't read it, and it's pretty tiny for me though. So I can just imagine how it is to y'all that's holding a mobile device or something like that though. But we'll look at this together, and I just want y'all thoughts on this, okay? Okay, here we go. And he sent a DM to the young lady that he took out. And his name is Rashad Upshaw. This is what he posted. Posted it today. So this is fresh off the presses. And I'm gonna start from the top. He said, "Hey, I had an amazing time with you the other night. We gotta do it again." She says, "Yes, I enjoyed it as well, but," and he says, "But," she says, "You look different in person. From your pictures, I expected you to be more fit." He says, "What do you mean? You can tell by my picture that I am a big dude." She says, "I mean, all I've seen was pictures of your face, and I really like your smile. You didn't look big to me in pictures. I thought you had a more swole body type, as in muscular. I'm honestly not attracted to big guys. Although the date was nice, I'm not interested. I'm okay with being friends." He says, "Dang, wow." Then he says, "What's your Cash App though?" And she says the Cash App, but I crossed it out though, you know. And he says, "I thought you weren't interested." Huh. And then he made the post with his writing with the post. "I took this young lady to dinner last night. The date was absolutely amazing. She was beautiful. Our conversation was great, and the vibe seemed perfect. I left happy as hell, like a kid in a candy store, thinking to myself that in a world full of low vibrational women," I don't know what that means. Somebody help me with that. "I finally found a good woman again." I texted her, assuming we felt the same, and her response caught me off guard. "But how can you no longer be interested yet be ready to accept money? The majority of these women are the same. Some just know how to put up a front." Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Let me do this. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Now I'm gonna make this disclaimer. I don't agree with what he said though, because most women aren't like that. I've said this before. I may have met, for every one woman who's about playing games and wanting money and everything, there were like 8 that were good, kind women that didn't care about the money though. But what do y'all think about that? Like I said, this is just an icebreaker though. Do you think he feels justified in his feelings, or is he overreacting? Was she wrong? Well, she did have a right to refuse, though. But what's y'all feeling about her being quick to give him his her cash app? How do y'all feel about that? So let's see what some of y'all saying. He doesn't look like a big guy in this photo. Okay. You can't tell. That's the thing. You can't tell how big I am I mean, you could tell I'm extra wide though, but you can't tell by you just looking at my head to about my lower chest though. So you really can't tell though. So, you know, um, let me see what we got here. Uh, oh, okay, I'm back. I am back, and the internet is acting up though. So, like I said, there's no tech issues on my end. But let me put brother back up there. So be patient with me. Thank y'all for so much for your kindness and everything else. There we go. Okay, let's go back again. Uh oh boy. Uh let's see. Where was I? Yeah, he doesn't. That's the problem with the meaning of the world today. Judge all women by, well, guess what, Barbara? There are women that judge all men by one man. It's a gender issue. You got men and women blame the opposite sex for the actions of a few that mistreated them. It's not, it's not all men. And see, and you just generalized all men. Just like that with that statement. Did you not? See? You know, both genders do it. And that's something that needs to stop, though. I've been done wrong by women, but not a lot. And the few that did wrong me, I don't blame everybody else, you know. But that's just me, though. Let me look at this right here. L says, to me, low vibrational conveys ratchet, but I don't know if that's what he mean by it. Yeah, that's true. D says, no, she was being honest. If you ask me, I want money. Who would turn it down? Hey, hey, I can't get mad at you about that, D. I'm gonna be honest with you. Both of them are justifying their feelings from my purview. Okay. Uh so was he testing her when he asked about the cash app? That's a good question. That's a good question. But in his original post, and I read the comments, he's saying this is what he said, that he was trying to get his money back. I'm just telling you what he said. He said he was trying to get his money back. So, that's a go figure right there. Erica says, I wish we could stop the gender wars with the statement about most women. Why would he ask about the Cash App? It's a trap. And I agree. Like I said, I'm gonna say this again. All men and all women aren't bad or can't be defined by the negative actions of a select few. So, but once we get to that point, we still be biting. He already knows she wasn't interested. Why ask for the Cash App tag? Okay. Um, Low vibrational people usually don't vibe well with people. They come with a negative type of character. Okay. He was justified. If she wasn't interested, she shouldn't have sent her Cash App. Okay. Donna, Frozen. Yeah, I was like I said, it was the internet, these internets, but I'm back. Uh, he shouldn't have asked for the Cash App if he didn't expect. Here it is. That was a sucker move on his part. Okay. I think she showed him exactly who she was, and it's better now than later to let that go. Good evening to you, Mona. Okay, Alice. She wasn't being truthful about who she was either. Money hungry. Well, it looks like it, and I won't lie about it. It looks like it, but in fairness, this camera is bothering. Yeah, oh, that's so much better. In fairness, I mean, if somebody asks for your Cash App, when you be quick to give it to, I mean, that's just something to think about, though. I'm trying to look at it from both sides. If she wasn't interested, she should have passed on giving up her Cash App. I don't have Cash App, but for the sake of discussion, if he had asked me that, I would have inquired why he wanted that info. Okay. We all here. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. He had a right to be upset. She was right to express herself after the first date versus leading him on. As for the Cash App, she offered to be friends, so maybe she thought it was for a gift. I'm like you, Angela. I'm like you. I'm like you. Uh, I think she was being honest in how she felt. There's nothing wrong with her telling him he's not her type. Everyone has a type, but I hope she did not give him her Cash App, because that could be a setup. Okay. Exactly. I only speak on the ones who exactly. Kimberly Mack, great to have you here. It's obvious they weren't on the same page to begin with. It appeared that they both wanted different things. That's okay for people to want what they want. Just make it clear so all parties involved can protect themselves. She wanted a transaction and he wanted a relationship. I like that. Sorry, you're correct. We can't judge all men, nor can men judge all men. And that's all right. We all in this together, Sister Barbara. We all in this together. Virtual hug. We all in this together. So don't, you good, I'm good. Too bad people are like that. She should have gotten to know him. But it's her option to determine if he wanted to be in a relationship. Okay, great. Y'all can hear me? Okay. She shouldn't use the person for money. He was trying to tell. I don't think, in all fairness, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't think she was trying to use him in the initial date. I don't believe that. It's just that when they seen each other, he was a big boy, a big guy rather, and she had a right to change her mind. I don't think she used him. That's just my opinion. That's just my 8 cents right there. Okay, she should have asked for full body pictures first. She only wanted a free meal from the beginning. I don't know. I really don't know about that. Then she wanted more. Wow. You ain't cutting her no kind of slack, are you, Joe? Okay. Goody. Okay. Glad to have you here, Joanna. Glad to have you here. And you don't have listen. You don't have to apologize. You and anyone else. You know, you know what? It's not that. You don't. We just glad to have you and others here with y'all. Okay? Great. Right, Mike. Okay. I'm trying to move on. Think women may have to do better about how we respond to each other. Thank you. I wish we could squash that issue there. I'm confused. Why will he? And again, ask him. I don't know. I don't know, Erica. If I could answer that, I can answer that. Hey, Latoya, great to have you here. Angela, I'm asking why. I don't know if I could do that. Hey, Michelle. Okay. Hey, Kanisha, great to have you here. My thought was, what was his intentions? I was just typing that cash out because you want to send me something. Okay. Let me look because y'all going in here on this one, and I got to move on though. Because we got, I want to see what brother long. No, what I'm gonna say this because I try not to call you Larry, and I don't want to disrespect you, brother. I be trying my best. I had to say Lawrence or Mr. Lee. So please forgive. I be trying not to say, hey, Larry. That's disrespectful. But that's why I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, we gonna move on from this one because y'all lighten this one up. And I agree and I appreciate that. But the bottom line is this with this. Full body pics, full body pics, full body pics. Be upfront and honest. And I let women know, hey, I'm a big dude. I'm a big dude. Uh-oh. Where my picture at? And T gonna give me hell about this one. I'm a big dude. You see that? I tell women I am made up like a sack of potatoes. You see that? That's my body right there. So I tell them I'm honest. And we go from there. If they say that's all right, we go from there. So just be honest. Be honest and be mindful. That's all I could just tell y'all. Okay. Whew. That was a good appetizer right there. Whew. Okay, we got a lot to cover though. Up next, Kevin Durant of the NBA. He has 3 rules a woman must adhere to if she would like to date him. Y'all sit back and y'all take a look and take a listen, and we will discuss.
Why has Kevin Durant been single for 8 years, even with $300 million in the bank? It's not because he's broke. It's not because women don't want him. It's because 36-year-old Kevin Durant has 3 strict dating rules that scare off a lot of women. He's one of the greatest scorers in NBA history, but when it comes to love, he keeps it on total lockdown. Here's why. Number 1, you have to understand basketball. He was once engaged to WNBA star Monica Wright, but their busy training and travel schedules tore them apart. For KD, basketball isn't just a job, it's his entire life. So if you don't get the game, you probably won't get him. Number 2, keep it private. No IG stories, no red carpet PDA, no couple selfies. Durant never posts about relationships. He believes once love goes public, it's no longer personal. Number 3, no celebrities. He says dating celebs is way too stressful. Too many appearances, too much drama, too many cameras. He's not into all that Hollywood noise. So, what do you think? Are KD's standards way too high? Or is he just protecting his peace? Drop your take in the comments.
Well, my. What y'all think about that right there? What's y'all thoughts about that? What do y'all think about that? What's y'all thoughts about that? Let me see. Let me get through this because y'all in here too. Let me get to my buddy though. Hey, Tara Lynn, good to have you here. Good to have you here. I'm gonna get to some of y'all. Bruh Steven from New York. Great to have you here. And see who else. I'm gonna speak to some more folks while y'all getting y'all. Okay, I'm not gonna put it up there. Okay, he saw the video. Let me see. Cleo. Okay, Sean says, I didn't hear anything unreasonable. Okay. It's his way or the highway. He's protecting his peace and privacy. Mm-hmm. It's giving us a clear indication of what he expects. Mm-hmm. He's protecting his peace. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm gonna make this disclaimer. I actually agree with him. I mean, I agree with him. And I'm agreeing with y'all. You know, protect your peace and privacy, and your money, especially your money. I'm just being honest. At least, Cleo says, at least unlike most people I have talked to, he lays out his expectations in the beginning. And you know what I think? I think that's where a lot of relationship expectation, or relationships these days in the 21st century fail. We don't lay out our expectations. We don't let the potential suitor know what we're looking for. Not so much what we want from them or what they can do for us. Maybe what we can do for each other, though. But just we just don't let them know what we're looking for. And I think that's where a lot of relationships fail these days. That's just my 2 cents. Protecting his peace. And how long has he been protecting it? Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I see what you did. I see what you did. He wears tight pants and don't even care about his interest. Because I'm not sure what. You know what, L. I'm going to fire you. That's his choice, but it'd be hard to meet someone with him being a celebrity himself. He might have to date another WNBA star again. I like that. He's just looking for an ordinary woman. No drama or fanfare. Nothing wrong with his top 2. Uh-oh. What's wrong with number 3, Latoya? You think you slick. What's wrong with number 3? Terry Lynn, I don't think he's asking for much. I respect his decisions. Mr. Singletary, glad to have you here, sir. Good to have you here, young man. Renee. His rules and expectations, nothing wrong with that. Top 3. I got you. I respectfully respect him. Excuse me, I can't read tonight, y'all. I rightfully respect him for what he said. Hey, Yvonne, great to have you here, my friend. If he wasn't so much younger than me, I would shoot my shot because basketball is definitely my favorite sport. The other 2 rules I love as well. I have to agree with his standard, and good to have you here, Sister Donna, for itself. I feel that we all should have decent, reasonable standards. I've seen some relationships where there are clearly no standards. Michelle, I think it's great. Focus on getting to know the people you are dating. Also, he has watched many Hollywood relationships go sour. I agree with you. Protect your energy. Hey, Lady in Red, great to have you here. I respect his boundaries. Well, like I said, though, I have no issue with it. I have no issue with it whatsoever. He's respecting his boundaries. He's respecting his peace. And he's respecting his brand, which is money. So, and you know, you don't love money, but hey, you got to protect your brand. You got to protect that bank account. KD is the type of person who wants to not have his heart broken too many times. Well, who doesn't? Who wants their heart broken? You know, he did say he's a massive thinker. Okay. Oh, y'all coming in. It's better to know what he expects in the beginning rather than settling for just anyone. Okay. The representative can only act so long. Who wants to eat, sleep, basketball all the time? Exposing the public to your relationship can be very dangerous. He also knows what doesn't work for him. I agree. He knows. And I think we all got our rules, you know. I got to see what I got to make up some rules on, you know, simple rules to date Mike. I might do that for the next episode or something like that, or at least for the after party or something like that. What y'all think? I might do that. So y'all do right. Okay. Let me get out of this right here. Okay. We finished with that. Up next, the main course, y'all. This is a doozy. This is a doozy, y'all. It's about dating while homeless. Sit back and take a listen.
So y'all, I'm on this meet and greet. It's our first time meeting. Let me give y'all a little look. This man say, I shouldn't be dating because I don't have an address. Because I live in a motel. I shouldn't be dating. So I want to make sure that all y'all can see. Y'all need to know this man. Y'all need to know. Because he's playing games. He's judging me.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, this a meet and greet. You didn't say that in your profile. You didn't say you didn't say it though.
But why would I put that in my
what
profile?
You mean? Why would you? You need to let people know that you're staying in a motel and you're homeless right now.
Okay, but
you want to sit up here and try dating, and you out here, and then number one, how old are you and you recording? You like recording me at your age.
I'm recording y'all because I want y'all to know this is a taker right here. Apparently he trying to take
a take.
Why
you
does it matter?
And you
why
dating.
Does that matter? You got a place to stay, right?
You're dating.
You have a place to stay, right?
You're home. Trying to say nothing, but you're dating. And
I'm 53 years old.
Yeah, but if you're homeless and dating, you need to probably work on yourself before you start dating.
I got a good job. I make almost 6 figures.
You make 6 figures.
Yeah.
Okay.
I work hard. I struggled for many years. I'm not ashamed of it, but I got blessed. I got a good job. I make good money. As you see, I'm dressed professional. I got me a new ride over there.
Yeah,
like I'm making steps. I'm making progress.
It's okay, but you're trying to dating.
So because I don't have an address, I don't have a house,
I'm not trying to
I don't deserve love, is what you're trying to say?
But I mean, you kind of need to let people know that ahead of time to make sure they want to deal with something like that.
Well,
if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
I felt like it's not nothing for me to put on my profile, but I did feel comfortable enough, my bad, because I felt comfortable enough to let him know my situation, the struggles that I have rose above, because I'm rising above, baby. I'm going to have me a place to stay.
I'm not going to do all this arguing. And you can record me.
Y'all look at him, y'all. Look at him.
You can record, you can do whatever you want to do.
Don't
should let people know that you're homeless before you start dating.
And should have let me know that you got that old-fashioned thinking.
You can say whatever about what I got.
Y'all check him out. Check him out.
You're dating and you're homeless.
Whatever.
You should tell people that.
You missing out on a good one, baby. I can tell you that much.
I just miss out. That's right.
Peace.
Well, people, family, let's see what y'all got to say on this right here. Homeless is not staying in a motel. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. This sounds like a whole hot mess. 6 figures and you're in a motel. Make that make sense. In some cases, that would make sense. Keyword, some cases. all lowercase letters, some cases. But something just don't seem right with this right here. This meet and greet is not going well. What tipped you off, Miss Randolph? What tipped you off that this ain't going well? He is just saying her priorities seem out of order. But let me ask y'all this. And I'm just going to say this. If you're homeless, you're living in a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn, or you're living in a mission or somewhere, you're homeless, or you're living in a vehicle, do you feel you have a right to date? Should you be going out on dates? What say y'all? This is what I want y'all to think. Sis Renee, great to have you here. You agree with him, okay? That lady got a place to stay. She took a bath and got a car to ride. Not homeless, it's renting. Okay. And that's an interesting take to it, though. We don't know the circumstances as to why. And that's a good point, too. That's something to think about, too. Maybe her house got burnt down. Maybe she got evicted for some crazy reasons. Maybe she's just starting out. We don't know, but we not so much want to just, I guess, talk about why she's homeless or she's between places to live, though. But why is she? Do y'all feel that she and anyone else that doesn't have a permanent address, should they even consider relationships or going out on dates or what have you? Erica says, no dating while homeless. You got to have yourself together before dating someone else. Her attitude is worse than her being homeless. She is quite a handful, ain't she? She is quite a handful. I don't know what happened. Joe, I don't know what happened. I don't know. And you know how it is with these internets. You don't know what to believe and what not to believe. So you don't know. But so only she can answer these questions right here. I totally agree. Okay. Generally, I don't think it's advisable to be dating if you're homeless. Yet I realize that circumstances are different for people. One, being homeless doesn't mean a person doesn't have an income. I agree with that. What if their home was in a fire and they're staying in a hotel for insurance purposes? And that's true. You got homeowners insurance, or you could be in an apartment and you could have our renter's insurance, and they'll put you up in a hotel, or been through a bad storm, sit you up in a hotel, but you got renter's insurance. Hey, it could happen. But I think this might be a long-term situation with her, though. How she cutting up or whatever. But maybe that's just me, though. All she did was recorded a brother that could articulate the situation and his desires for himself and concern for her to take care of herself first. Thank you, sir, for not taking advantage of her. And he could have taken advantage of her. Well, no, let me rephrase that. He could have, but I don't know. She seemed kind of strong-willed. I don't know. She kind of strong-willed to me. I don't know. He would have definitely been grabbing the bull by the horn with her. Exactly. I came right behind you saying that if if the house was on fire. Okay. Donna, I agree. She needs to work on herself before dating, whether it's homeless or hotel. Erica, why a hotel and not an apartment or house? If it's rental, if you're not ready, in my opinion, hey, and especially, and it's interesting, she said she's almost making 6 figures. I hope no, I ain't gonna say that. I hope she's not counting the decimal point, if y'all know what I'm talking about. She's looking for a next new address. She should have been up front with him before going out on a date with him. Let him choose if he wants to deal with the situation. Okay. But I gotta say something though, and I'm not judging anyone, but for a first date, what in the world did he have on? Did y'all see what he had on? And this was a first date? Maybe. I hope, if I'm judging, y'all straighten me out though. Please. Too many missing details, but dating would be the last thing on my mind. Hey, understood, Andrea, and good to have you here. Pastor Ball, it's great to have you here, sir. If she's making that kind of money, what hotel she's staying in? Is she waiting on her house to be built? There are some millionaires who live in very expensive hotels for many reasons. So he shouldn't judge a book by the cover. Okay, and that's fair enough. Fair enough. She could be getting her home remodeled. We just don't know why. Okay, Brother Lee, if the person she's meeting doesn't have a problem with it, then so be it. Okay. Sonia, I think she is doing too much. I understand where he is coming from. He has a point. If she is staying in a motel, that means she has she has a curfew. I have been in a shelter situation. I don't think I would want to date anyone until I have myself situated. I understand. Usually, if someone is homeless, they are not their best self and not the most confident. If they are homeless and without income, so in that situation, no, they should not be dating. Mona, this lady at my church took this homeless man off the street. Before I read the rest of this, I'm already shaking. Married him, built a successful okay. Built a successful lawn service together. 2 years later, he left, remarried, and had a kid. You take your chances, homeless or not. Wow. Sis Davenport, you can, but I think that time could be better spent working on yourself. But if you do, be transparent about it. I agree. Angela, I'm wondering what in her profile attracted him in the first place. Be nice, Sister Wooten. Be nice. Be nice. Never judge a book by its cover. And that's true. Terry Lynn says, if I was homeless, I would want to get my situation together before I put myself on a dating site. That's true. I wouldn't be comfortable putting myself out there when I'm dealing with homelessness. A motel. It depends on what hotel you get. What you call those hotels? At least, shucks, that you pay instead of night by night, month by month, and that term. It's not just long term, but it's month by month. Y'all help me out. It's what you pay in a hotel or a motel. What's that term? I know Marcus will find it. If it gets serious, then your issues are theirs. And I agree with you, Erica. I agree with you 100% right there. She shouldn't have recorded that. It showed immaturity on her part. He didn't like her situation. Just move on. I agree with you. Latoya. She gave too much info. Since she chose to share, she should just accept that the man is not down with her situation and move on. Just try to give her the benefit of the doubt. No, I agree with you. I agree. Definitely. Now, I'm not sure of her circumstances or in considering how offended she became by his response. I don't quite believe her story. He was definitely entitled to his stance, and he was taken aback because she didn't convey that to him in advance. Always allow a person the opportunity to choose. So I'm thinking that maybe they went on their first date too soon. And she told him she was missing out on a good thing. To your point about the man's, that was a little odd for a first date. And I'm gonna be, Father, forgive me. I'm beginning to wonder, was he transient? To be honest with you, that's not something you wear to a first date. And I'm definitely not making fun of people who are homeless. But that was not something, that's not first date stuff. Maybe it's just me. Exactly. Hey, Shireen, great to have you here. Too soon, looking a hot mess. I'll tell you, they were going to the park or something. His attire was a motorcycle club rider. Okay. Listen, places are asking for like 4 to 5 months rent to secure it. Wow, that is expensive. A lot of people lost their homes during the pandemic, and there are many people. Thank you, Theodore. Extended stay. Thank you, extended stay. That's what they call those hotels that you're not paying by night. You're doing month by month. Extended stay. Thank you. Wow. Oh wow, Jay. Homeless drug addict girls are very easy to take home. How would you know? I'm just joking and then I'm serious at the same time. Everyone is different. At least she's staying somewhere. Okay. I was thinking about the first date attire too. That was looking crazy on both parts. I feel like the homeless issue is a bit touchy. It is. I was taught to save money for my first home with my husband. It may sound, no, it's not. It doesn't sound stupid at all. Just be upfront and truthful. Allow a person to decide if they want to give you a chance. It's a choice. Right. There are people with money who stay in hotels. Many hotels have now residences. I've honestly been considering living in a hotel residence myself. There's advantage to staying in a hotel. When on the game, Tasha considered her place of residence her hometail. Okay. Renee. Nope. While I understand wanting companionship, having priorities is in order. That was a meet and greet. Okay. Why she invested so much energy to try to bring him down when she wasn't forthcoming from the jump. Okay. Just curious, not judging at all. Thank you, Angela. Yeah. It's not what you do, it's how you do. Yeah. Extended stay. Extended stay. Yeah. Y'all coming in here. Yeah. Okay. Shamika, great to have you here. That's it. Extended living. That's fine. Okay. It's like I'm taking a poll. Extended stay. Shit. Okay. Sweets. Extended stay. Okay. I get you. Okay. Hey, Tasha, good to have you here. Make sure you have my snacks tonight. If it's like someone who's traveling, a nurse, or in a truck, then that's a different situation. I get you. When everybody's coming in, I agree she shouldn't have called it extended stay. Okay, D, why you keep repeating yourself? It was a meet and greet. Yeah, that what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking. Probably so. Yeah, probably so. In fairness, and I'm gonna say y'all right on that right there. Yeah, for safety reasons, people get set up, and I agree with his Y'all got a lot. The fact that she isn't staying in an extended stay. Okay. Daphne, great to have you here from Atlanta. Extended stay. Donna, I'm gonna read this. I think by the clip she is homeless, not just because there's a home repair. She does, yeah. I'm in a rental because I'm waiting for my new home to be completed. In the next, praise God. I'm considered displaced. I strongly feel that she's doing too much and need to work on herself. Okay. She described herself as homeless. She described it. She is homeless. She's living in a motel. She doesn't have an address. These are her words. I would play it again, but that's almost a 3-minute clip. And we almost out of time though. So that's what that is. Only thing I could just say is this, and I thank God I got my own place and everything and got my own address and what have you though. And just, I guess, priorities. That's the only thing I could just tell you. If you know you're homeless or displaced, work on getting that residency first. A permanent residency, an address. Then go dating. Okay. And like Cleo says, now that the internet's know her business. Okay. We got one more. And if you're married or you're dating someone, would you go to a couples stretch class? What is a couples stretch class? You ask good questions. Sit back and take a look. Couples stretch classes. So, would you participate? And why? Let's see. Renee says she would do it. Okay. Donna says she most definitely would. It looks like fun, and there's a L. And that's the thing though. You got everybody else. You got, I don't know how many couples in there. You had at least 10 or plus couples in there. And it almost was like an orgy though. Maybe that's just my mind. Maybe I'm a bit disturbed though. But it seems nice. But that first lady though, looked like she was gonna topple over though. But it seems nice at home though. I don't know about doing it in public though. Maybe it's just interesting. Couples yoga interesting. Everybody in their space. Not for me though. Okay. Kanisha, worth a try. Only if we have been a couple of dates and we both are active in gym or something like that. Okay. Bonding time. Yvonne, yes, I would do that. I can definitely get with that. Okay. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? It does look like it, doesn't it? Okay. Hey, Trina, good to have you. Yes, I'm affectionate. Okay. That looks like fun. Okay. That looks like great bonding activity, but you need to be fit. Well, that first sister, she was she wasn't a small piece of meat, and she was leaning forward though. If I could play it right quick, that first sister, and she was leaning. Wait, let me show y'all this right quick. Yeah. So, I was hoping. That makes me nervous though. Wait a minute, we got some more. Wait a minute. Deep intimacy is always interesting and intriguing, but in public though, I mean, I don't mind having signs of affection, displays of affection in public. Kissing my girlfriend or we holding hands though. I don't know, doing some of that though. It seemed like a big old orgy though to me. If everybody in there. If marriage, sign me up. My love language is touch and focus on me. The class appears to be confident and romantic. I would have to be engaged with the partner. I would set up something at home for that. I'm sure he would end up with exactly. It seemed like everybody was forced on there. That's something to think about right there. Okay. Cassandra, good to have you. Yes, I would. That would be a way to connect closer with each other. Builds intimacy and bonding. Beautiful, especially if you need to reconnect. Now, that's a good way to look at it. I do it at home video because it looks like fun. Okay. There was no instruction going on. I could do this at home. Hey, that's something to think about. Barbara, I'm with you. This is too personal. Go home and try. Yeah. As long as they don't have battle, you know what? We're gonna ban Lawrence. We're gonna ban him, okay? That's that's interesting and different. I don't know if I would be that comfortable in the class setting. Virtually, yes. Yes, it does. I know if I get down there, I ain't getting back up. In a good and bad way. Terry Lynn said it seemed like everyone was doing their own thing. If they are good with it, then go for it. I don't see a problem with it. It's not my thing. Interesting, very intimate, wouldn't mind trying. It's a trust. Yeah, you got to have some trust with some of that stuff they were doing. Yeah. They all in there for the same reason, bonding with their partners. Angel, would you do it? Answer me in the after party. We've been messing with Angel. Y'all need to come to the after party. Yeah. Let's be real. If you try this at home, you probably never get through the workout. You know what? You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right, Epo. We go ban Lawrence. We go ban Lawrence from the group. We go ban here. Well, guess what, folks? Do it at your own risk. Do it. Wait, let me do this right here. Only thing I can say is do it at your own risk, though. I just don't know if I could do that with all those other couples in there. I don't know it. I don't know. Maybe, hey, that's nice. It's a good bonding thing, though. But if you do it in public, it seems like an orgy. Do it at home. You wouldn't get past the full workout for something happens, though. Okay. Well, guess what, people? Guess what? We are out of time and overtime. So that time went by fast, though. So I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. Well, guess what? Time for the announcements. Up next, at the bottom of the hour, at 1:30 hour, we're going to have the after party. If you're in Single Black Christians or Single Black Christians Connections groups, this graphic is already posted. The Zoom link is already posted, is up. I just not going to let anyone in until 1:30 hour, but you can get your snacks ready and your dinner and everything else in your libation. We're going to talk about these topics and much, much more. So get ready. And then next week, if it's the Lord's will, we will have our fellowship. Same thing as after party. Zoom room, we just start earlier and have a good time talking and chit-chatting. We had a good time last week. And if it's the Lord's will, in 2 weeks, we'll have another edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. Okay? Okay. And I hope y'all enjoyed this. And this is the second episode. I'm in the other place, not in the studio. I hope this looks nice to y'all, though. So I hope it does. It looks cozy and comfortable to me, though. Well, anyway, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for your support. Thank y'all for everything. I truly appreciate y'all. So y'all be good, be kind, stay vigilant, be careful out there. Take care, don't take any wooden nickels. Until next time, so long, everybody.
You saw me when I couldn't see myself, pulled my heart off that dusty shelf. No need for mirrors when you're around. You lift me up without a sound. True to you like the sun to the sky. You're my steady when the world runs dry. No need for fancy words or lies. You're the reason my soul can fly. Oh. You hold my hand when the dark sets in. Laugh like the world could never win. Through every storm, every tear we've cried, I see your light where the truth resides. When the weight gets heavy on my chest, you're the shoulder where my spirit rests. Just a friend, but you feel like more. You're the key that unlocks my door. True to you like the stars in the night. You're my harbor when the tide's inside. Every whisper, every silent try. You're the answer to my why. So here's my heart, this love I send to the kind of soul that'll never bend. No title needed, no vows to bind.